Hi, good morning, everyone. So welcome to day 7 of DEPR, IES Economics Optional and UGC Net Economics Preparation. Every day from Monday to Friday, I meet you at 10:30 a.m., right? We sit together and we practice for these 4 exams together. I am telling all of you to go ahead and to tune in to our channel at 10:30 a.m. daily, better from Monday to Friday, and sit with me and prepare for these exams. Another thing that I want to focus on before we go ahead and we kind of deep dive into today's session is that we also have a Telegram group, right? And all of you can go ahead and join that Telegram group. In that Telegram group, we daily post some quizzes. We go ahead and we post some sessions that you may just miss out. So whatever takes place throughout the day, whether it is some live YouTube session or whether it is some quiz, everything, or whether it is some notification or some internship opportunity based in economics or anything, some job opportunity, everything is posted on that Telegram group on daily basis. So I request all of you to go ahead and please join that Telegram group. And the link of the Telegram group is actually in the comment section and in the description. And you can go ahead and just join that Telegram group. Okay, so the topic that I have gone ahead and picked for today, that is going to be basically theory of taxation. Let's look into the question beta. So this is a question that came in Indian Economic Service 2017 paper. So look into the question once. Distinguish between ability to pay and benefit principle of taxation. Now, there are two ways to approach this kind of question, whichever talks about distinguish between. Many students, they go ahead and they prefer that whenever such theoretical questions are asked in exam, they will go ahead and they will make this table and they will make 3 columns of the table. So they will say ability to pay and benefit principle. Right? And then here they will say reason for differentiation. Right? And then you will start. First of all, who propounded? Right? So you will say that the ability to pay principle was propounded by this, and then what is the theory behind it? Right? And then the advantages, and then the disadvantage. Like that, you can make a table and you can answer. It will absolutely be correct if you want to go ahead and answer it in this format. There is nothing wrong with it. Personally, as I said, there is nothing wrong with it. I kind of prefer the other way around. So what I prefer is, first of all, I will pick up on one principle and I will write everything about that principle. So for example, if I have just picked up the benefit principle of taxation, I will write everything about benefit principle of taxation, right? And then later after that, after I have written everything about benefit principle of taxation, then I will go ahead and I will write about ability to pay principle. And I will write everything about ability to pay principle, right? So this is the approach that I like to follow, that you pick up on one principle and you write everything about that principle in detail. And then you pick up on the other principle and you write everything about that principle in detail. In that way, sometimes what happens ना, जैसे कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट होंगे जो मैं डिस्टिंग्विश नहीं कर पाऊंगी, सिर्फ एक ही में होगा वो पॉइंट मुझे बताना होगा. ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है कि एक में तो मुझे उस चीज का फीचर पता है और दूसरे में नहीं पता. So if I put it in this way, when I distinguish, तो मेरे को दूसरे के लिए कुछ लिखना compulsion हो जाएगा. And I may not know that point for the other principle. So this is a better way to kind of go ahead and establish your entire answer. Additionally, what I want to go ahead and focus on is to begin with, because to break the ice for any answer, you need to write an introduction. तो इंट्रोडक्शन में ना आई विल जस्ट गिव वन स्मॉल पैराग्राफ टेलिंग कि who gave what, that's it, and then I will talk about the two principle in detail separately. So this is what, acha, so this is very important, right? And again and again I tell you that we have done an answer writing workshop and we will do such workshops in the future also. But you can go ahead, and I will pin that video in this lecture. You can go ahead and you can look into that video section, where we have taught the answer writing as to how to go ahead and write an answer and how to appear for interview, right? That will be part of the same playlist. So please go ahead and look into that also. Everything, whether you appear for Indian Economic Service, IES Economics Optional, DEPR, all three exams require good answer writing skills. If you're not able to, you know a concept well, but you're not able to write the answer well, it's all in vain, right? Okay, let's deep dive. So this says that the benefit principle of taxation, it was given by Wixell and Eric Lindell, whereas it's also called as the Lindell principle, whereas the ability to pay principle was given by AC Pigou. Now by writing this much, that who gave what, मैंने अपने आंसर की एक शुरुआत कर दी है by letting the examiner know that I not only know what these principles talk about, but I also know that who gave which principle. So I'm well, be well assured that I know about the theoretical aspects of this answer also, right? Okay, so now we begin with the benefit principle of taxation. Now look here. पहले बोलता क्या है एक बारी समझ लो, try to understand, then we will come back to the answer. So benefit principle of taxation, as the word suggests, benefit principle. It means you're going to go ahead and you're going to charge tax based on the benefit that people get from any commodity, right? So the tax that I will be charging from any person, it is going to be based on the benefit that people derive from the commodity. So this is exactly the benefit principle. Now, what it says is, so there are three kinds of tax. ये लिखना नहीं है, मैं बस समझा रही हूँ. There are, don't write this down, huh? There are three kinds of tax. One is called as proportional tax. Other is called as progressive tax. And other is called as regressive tax. So there are three kinds of tax that we can talk about: proportional, progressive, and regressive. Proportional tax actually goes ahead and says that irrespective of the income, you always charge the same proportion as tax. So अगर मैं इसको fix कर दूँ, say I fix the tax at 10%. So I am saying irrespective of the income, it does not matter whether you earn 1 lakh or 10 lakh or 1,000, you will always pay 10% of your income as tax. Progressive tax says that increase the tax as income slab increases, and regressive tax says that decrease the tax as income increases. Now, the benefit principle of taxation follows the concept of regressive tax. Q. Why? The benefit principle of taxation actually goes ahead and says that, the rich people, they will derive more value from the private good. मतलब रिच लोगों को ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिलता है जब वो अपने लिए BMW खरीदें या मर्सिडीज खरीदें, but they will not derive a lot of benefit from the public good. उन्हें फर्क नहीं पड़ता sitting at their home whether there is say a street light installed in the common area of the society or not, or a street light installed on the road or not. They will not be affected as long as they're in their cars. तो ये benefit principle of taxation बोलता है that each individual should be taxed according to the benefit that they derive. And what we see is that it is the rich people who derive less benefit from the public good, and they derive more benefit from the private good. तो क्योंकि उनको public good से benefit कम मिल रहा है, they should be paying less tax. And a poor person derives more benefit from the public good, so he should be paying more tax because he is deriving more benefit. So it means that higher tax from the person who is poor and more less tax from the person who has more income, right? So this is what is written here, that the benefit principle recognizes that people should pay tax according to the benefit they derive from the commodity. तो हम ये कह रहे हैं कि कितना टैक्स पे किया जाएगा अकॉर्डिंग टू द बेनिफिट दैट पीपल डिराइव फ्रॉम द commodity. It believes in regressive taxation, that is charging more tax from poor as poor gets more benefit from public good as compared to rich. So this is exactly what I explained you, that the poor people, they are getting more benefit from the public good and the rich people are getting less benefit from the public good. So it believes in the concept of regressive taxation. It believes that we should go ahead and charge more tax from poor people. An example of the benefit principle of taxation is the road tax. This is a separate thing. ये भी एक बारी समझ लो. So, for example, I've built a toll bridge. Very recently, I think there has been a road built, not a road, I should say, a stretch built in Bombay also that was coming in news. और उसमें ये था कि it's passing through the river, right? Through the sea actually. So I haven't seen it yet. Someone from Bombay, go ahead and tell me if that's beautiful or not, and if you're being charged any toll on that or not, right? So usually what happens is whenever government will build these good roads, or whenever the government will go ahead and build new roads, new ways to reach a place, and there the government would be putting some toll, right? And there will always be another way that will be going through a village and that will be going through small places. But if you want a faster route and you want to go through any express way for that matter, you have to pay a tax, right? So if you derive benefit from the expressway, you are required to pay tax for it. So in that sense, it is a benefit principle of taxation. Okay. Under the benefit principle, taxes are seen as serving a function similar to that of price in the private market. So usually क्या होता है? If I buy any commodity, say I have purchased this tab, I've purchased a mobile. When will I buy a commodity? I will purchase a commodity only when I will get benefit out of it. When will I be paying 50 rupees for this pen? If it is worth the benefit of 50 rupees. अगर किसी चीज को देखकर मुझे लगेगा कि इसका बेनिफिट 20 रुपए का है, will I pay 50 for it? No. So you will go ahead and you will pay a particular price of any commodity if you derive benefit worth that much. अगर आपको उतने का benefit मिलेगा, सिर्फ तब तो आप उसके लिए इतना price pay करोगे ना. तो same is the case here, right? So in a way, we have now started saying that the tax that each individual will be paying will be equal to the benefit that the individual will derive from that commodity. Then there are some criticisms of this. So the basic principle of tax is compulsory contribution. पहले भी ऐसे ही माना जाता था कि tax का मतलब है everyone should be paying for it. But now, since we are telling you to pay according to the benefits that you derive, it may be the case that you may go ahead and say, I don't derive any benefit, and you may just skip the tax. Like in case of toll roads, people can skip paying the tax on the toll road if they take any other route. So there is no compulsion in this case now. Secondly, because we have gone ahead and said that poor people derive more benefit as compared to rich, they will be paying more tax. Heavier tax will be imposed on poor people. But that would be against the principle of justice. That would be against the principle of justice. That poor is paying more tax than the rich. Then we have also the problem of free rider. So suppose I get a positive benefit from the product, but I go ahead and I say, no, I don't derive any benefit. I am deriving a positive benefit. मुझे positive benefit मिल रहा है, but I am saying that I am deriving no benefit from the product, right? And I am free riding. Once the product is there, in my mind, I am getting a positive benefit. So that problem of free riding will always be there. Okay. The second thing that we must focus on now, that is called as ability to pay principle, where each individual goes ahead and pays a tax according to their ability, not according to the benefit they derive, but according to their ability. So in this case, what we go ahead and we say is because a rich person is capable of paying more tax, he should be paying more tax as compared to a poor person. So in this case, we follow the concept of progressive taxation, right? More income, more ability, more tax paid. So it maintains the idea that people with higher percentage of income should be paying more tax, right? It focuses on progressive taxation. The key idea is everyone should make equal sacrifice in paying the tax. ये थोड़ा समझ लो. Try to understand this thing. So what is happening? It is assumed that as your income increases, the marginal utility of income decreases, right? So people who have high level of income, when they will give up 100 rupees versus people who have low income, when they will give up 100 rupees, the sacrifice that they're doing is not the same. इनकी utility में थोड़ा सा ही कम decrease आएगा जब ये 100 रुपए दे रहे हैं, but they will face a huge decrease in their utility. To ensure that both face the same decrease in utility, they should actually be sacrificing more. They should actually be sacrificing more. So this is what we have written here, that due to diminishing marginal utility of income, people with higher income should pay more tax to get the same decrease in the utility. अगर हमें चाहिए कि utility में जो decrease आ रहा है वो same amount का आए, तो people with high level of income should be paying, going ahead and they should be giving more sacrifice to the money. तो उनको ज्यादा टैक्स पे करना चाहिए. The criticism of this is that if I start charging a lot of tax from people who earn more, they may not have incentive to earn money, right? And therefore they may just want to leave their jobs, right? Or they may just want to be part of the black market, or they may just find ways to avoid the tax, right? So we need to also consider this fact. So I think beta, I'm not sure how much marks this came for, but if this comes for anything between 7 to 10 marks, right? I think this is an appropriate answer to write. You don't have to write anything else. We have covered everything. Okay, but a homework question, try to answer this question, please. So the question is, Article 268 to 293 under Part 12 deals with A, tax structure, B, finance relation between center and state, C, international affair, D, public relation. So this is a homework question and everybody will try to answer this question. Okay, beta, thank you.